So it is absolutely pouring down outside. Got a funny thing in my ears today. Um, Woke up and they were quite blocked, and it's weird because they feel bassy when I talk, but everything I hear around me is like really tinny and high. I can't hear any bass notes on like external things. So if I listen to music, I can't hear any bass on it. Never mind. Um, Long time no see. The rain's just going off a little bit. I'm hoping I can get the van out. So I'm parked under the marquee here at the moment, just outside the caravan. But yeah, long time no see. I haven't been on for a little while. I think the last thing I did was Nina's MOT, and that was back in August. We're now in September. Actually, we're probably about a month later. So yeah, we had a little camp weekend before last. My sister, my brother-in-law, my nephew and my stepmum came down. My stepmum stayed in the caravan, and my sister, brother-in-law and nephew stayed in the tent over there. So I think you've probably seen the moonlight yurt tent I had. It was a single skin tent with like a bit of an umbrella thing on top. Stop now. It was really good little tent, but it was a little bit hard to put up on your own, and it was just a touch too small because they've got a double bed in there, and they had my nephew's cot as well. He's only 18 months old, and of course all their baggage and everything. So it was on the touch on the small side, and it wasn't overly. I mean, it didn't let wet in, but I think if it was prolonged like this is, I think it might have started to let, especially if you touch the side wall because it was single skinned. Um, so I decided to sell that, and I also had the matching teepee, which is Dan's. Um, so Dan, there was one available for sale locally, and Dan was looking for a teepee at the time, and I told him about it, and he sent me the money to go and get it for him, but he's never actually been back to use it, and I don't actually think I've seen him since then to give him the tent. So he's lived in my loft ever since. um, yeah, so I got in touch with Dan and said, did you want me to sell the TP on? Because I'm going to sell my yurt. I could probably sell them as a bundle. And so he said, yeah, do it. So I've done it. And a lady came and bought them, and they're gone. So I've ended up buying a Coleman's Octagon 8. So it's very similar, like form factor to the yurt, just like an octagon. Um, a little bit bigger, so there's more room inside the tent, and it's got a double skin. So you put the like inner part of the tent up, and that can be used on its own as like a bit of a gazebo to keep insects and stuff out. So there's mesh all the way around, there's windows all the way around it. I will when we get some dry weather, unless this is it now until spring. When we get some dry weather, I will put it up, and I'll show you that going up, and I'll show you what it's like inside. They're really nice little tents actually. They don't look overly big, but inside they're quite big. The 8 is for 8 person, but you'd have to be really, really cosy to fit 8 people in there. It's literally side by side, and then someone at either end. Yeah, I wouldn't want to sleep like that. But no, they're really good tents. There's a blue one. They do them in orange, blue and green, I think. And the one I actually got was a blue one. I got it off of eBay, and it was cheap. A lot cheaper than new. So that was good. And it was new. It was a brand new tent. It had been opened, and someone had slit the top of the bag. when they'd opened it with a knife or whatever, but the tent inside is absolutely fine. So that was good. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to putting that up now. So I've got the tent. Yeah, so I'm filming this on a new camera. Not my camera. This is Bear's camera. So we've got, you probably don't know about Bear actually either, do you? So Bear is a puppy we got, came into rescue. He's almost blind. He was 14 weeks old, golden retriever, and he's got a genetic kind of deformity in his eye. One eye he can see peripheral vision. He's got a cataract right bang in the middle of it, so he can see around the cataract, and the other eye he can just see like shadows. So, but he will probably eventually go totally blind. So we've kept him. He's one of our gang now, and he has his own Instagram, TikTok, Facebook page called Bear's Adventures. So do go and subscribe to him. He puts up lots of funny little clips, and some of them using this camera. So if you see the one done in the tower, that was done using this camera. So the camera is a DJI Osmo 360, and we got these little microphones to go with it, the DJI Mic 2s. It's a really good little system. The camera is perfect. So I got it in single lens mode at the moment. So single lens mode, it just uses, obviously a 360 has got two lenses, giving you a full 63, like ultra wide lenses, giving you a full 360 view. But I'm just using the one lens at the moment, and it's ignoring the other lens. So it's basically two cameras in one, and it does some clever software thing to stitch the pictures together. So I'm just using it as an action camera basically at the moment, and it's very good. But when I was filming Bear going through the tower, I had it in 360, and I was just like poking the camera wherever it needed to go, and yeah, it came out well. And then afterwards in the software you can just get it to track Bear, so whatever it does, it keeps Bear in the centre of the frame. So yeah, so that was pretty good. So wherever I was putting it, so it does these like weird like snaps, like it snapped to a different angle, and yeah, it works quite well. It works well for TikTok because that's all it is, and it's snappy, quick videos. So all his videos are less than 30 seconds usually. Although there was one video he did when we had the really hot weather and we had our air conditioner going, and he just went over to the air conditioner and was just like putting his nose into where the cold air was coming out, and then he was just like opening his mouth and moving his head around like that. He was really enjoying it, so that was a good video to go and see. I think Jen's pinned that one. Yeah, so other than all that going on, and this camera that Bear's bought with his own pocket money, and I'm borrowing at the moment. I've been looking. I'm in two minds about whether to do an advent calendar this year. I'm really not feeling it after I've done it for so many years now. If I found an advent calendar that really grabbed me, then I would probably be okay and I'd probably be into it. But I'm not finding anything. There's just nothing. I've been looking. There's just nothing that's grabbing me. You know, I've done all like kind of what I thought were good ones. Some turned out not to be so good. The X-Wing, mentioning no names. I think my favourite one I've done is the radio controlled car, and I think if I could find something else like that, I'd do it. I even looked to see if they did a scale electric one, because I'd love, you know, it's like a little miniature scale electric or something, and yeah, they don't do one. Not one you can open as an advent calendar anyway. which is a shame. That'd be good. Just get a little bit of the track each day, and like cars and little controllers and stuff. That'd be quite good. I think you should do that, Scalextric. I really do. I think you should design like a little mini advent calendar Scalextric. That would be really cool. Not too small, but just something like tabletop. Yeah, so something like that. So if any of you know of anything, like, what I like, the radio control, anything like techie, I don't want to do a model again because that's just like, what was it? A paintbrush, paint, paintbrush. That was a horrible one to do. Didn't enjoy that one at all. What did we do last year? We did the Back to the Future Playmobil one and the book, didn't we? That was all right, and the puzzle one wasn't too bad, but yeah, I didn't like the X-wing one. I've done a few over the years, to be fair, but I think this year, if I'm to do it, then I need a advent calendar that really grabs me. So if any of you know of something, like, I don't want to bore it. I don't want one that's like, I don't know, a can of beer for every day, or because I don't drink, or whatever. I don't, it just doesn't interest me at all. I like to build things, so if there's something I can build, but also something that's quite techy once it's built. So if they did like a, I don't know, like a working remote controlled R2D2, or like say Scalextric or something like that, I don't mind paying a bit more, but I need to really enjoy it if I'm going to make some videos again this year. I know Jen's bought an advent calendar. I don't know if she's going to do it, but if she does, then all that rain started up again. It's loud. Yeah, so she's actually got one. It looks alright actually. It's a very simple one, but it actually looks quite good. So she may do one, and if she does and I'm not doing one, I may sort of come in on one of her videos. And that's it really. So suggestions for an advent calendar, please. I'll tell you what, it's Wednesday today. If I put this up later, if I put this up later, I'll come back on Monday and we'll have a look at all the suggestions, and if one stands out to me, then maybe we can go for that. But it has to be kind of techie. I have to be able to build something, and it needs to do something afterwards, not just sit there like a model. There's lots of radio controlled cars. I don't really want to go down the radio controlled car again, because I've done that. It would just look, it would be the same thing but just look different. I've seen the helicopter and things like that. Don't really want to do a helicopter one. I don't know. Surprise me. Think of see if you can have a search and see what would be good to do for an advent calendar set of videos. Right, I need to go and get absolutely soaking wet now, picking up the field. It is pouring down again. I hope I can drive out of the field because the ground's getting quite wet, so I'll probably need to go and put the van up by the slope as well. So I will come back to you again on Monday, and if I've had any suggestions, I'll come back on Monday. If nobody suggested anything, then I won't. So it's up to you now, guys. Have a good look around, see what you can think of. what you can find, and that may be the set of videos this year. I know we're only in September, but September to October to November to December goes really quickly, believe me. So I do need to start thinking about it now. That's it really. So take care everyone, and I will see you soon, hopefully. Good luck in your quest for an advent calendar for me. Take care. Bye.